Welcome to this briefing on activities leading up to the marking of the 68th anniversary of Ghana's independence. As you may recall, on 6th March 1957, Ghana gained its independence from British colonial rule. And since then, every year, there has been national celebrations to mark that momentous occasion. In the last few years, however, there has been an effort to rotate the celebrations amongst various regional capitals. Now, whereas the intentions behind that may be noble, President Mahama has asked that rotational policy be suspended because of the need to scale down. And this has become necessary due to escalating costs. It has been discovered after some review that the rotation imposed additional costs. And therefore, at a time when our national budget is severely constrained due to economic difficulties, it was not going to be sustainable to keep rotating the national celebrations. Indeed, if I were to put figures on how much it costs to hold these celebrations, you will find that depending on where the celebrations are sent, there is significant cost implications. For instance, the last celebrations that were held in Ho cost the country a staggering 15 million Ghana cedis. And every time that it has been sent to a different regional capital, apart from Accra, we've had to bear such costs. In the spirit of cutting down on government expenditure, on non-essential expenditure, President Mahama has instructed that this rotational policy be suspended. In addition to this, the main celebrations, which ordinarily would have taken place in Accra at the Independence Square, has also become the subject of some rollback. President Mahama believes that, yes, there is much to celebrate over Ghana's independence. It is perhaps the most significant happening in our entire history as a country. And he acknowledges the need to celebrate this in a manner that befits our status as an independent country. Nonetheless, he is also minded by the parlor state of the economy and the various competing needs and the fact that there are critical sectors of our national life that do not receive adequate or anything near to adequate funding. He believes that at this moment in time, there is a need to reprioritize government expenditure. And one of the areas where savings can be made is this independence celebration. He believes that it is entirely possible to hold modest but significant events to mark this important occasion without breaking the national purse. For that reason, he has decided that this year's celebration will not take on the spectacular form that we have been used to over the years. Rather than a major event at the Independence Square, where there are contingents of men from the various security agencies and hundreds of school children, I beg your pardon, from across the country who march briskly to applause and cheers. We are going to have a significant ceremony at the presidency. And this will ensure that we minimize the often huge financial implications that come with this celebration. For that reason, I am going to announce a series of activities which will be held at the presidency, or if you like, Jubilee House, as it is now called. There is going to be a military guard of honor that will be reviewed by His Excellency the President. There will also be a cultural performance by 2 groups of basic school pupils. And then what we consider to be an impactful poetry recital by a senior high school student. Chiefs, religious leaders, basic, secondary, and tertiary students, traders, political party representatives, and other sections of society will be in attendance. This event will be complemented or will be heralded by the president's ceremonial address, which then allows him to speak to the nation in a way that draws attention to the significance of the day. Now, this has become necessary once again because of the need to scale back on the escalating costs. So I repeat, rather than a grand ceremony at the Independence Square, there will be a modest ceremony at the presidency. Now, in the coming days, the government's communication office, which hitherto was known as the Information Service Department, will develop a marketing and public relations plan involving the production of digital and audiovisual and print materials to promote the impending anniversary celebrations. In addition to this, there are some significant events that will be held within the context of holding an overall modest ceremony. So the famous 28 February Christianborg Crossroads shooting incident will be commemorated once again. And then the perennial or traditional presidential awards for school children will also take place. Now, it is the belief of government that these activities will be sufficient to uphold the significance of the day and yet enable government cut expenditure in areas that are non-essential. This, once again, has become necessary because of the need to fit all of these things within a constrained budget and refocus expenditure on the most important areas that require government's attention. So that would be a summary of what I have for you today.
For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.